Netflix's hit series Squid Game kept viewers on the edge of their seats with each episode, wondering what game awaited our debt-stricken protagonist and how they would survive it. We couldn't help but imagine putting ourselves in their shoes and wondering how we would fare in each game. Although the show does a good job of explaining all the creative solutions to each game, today we'll explain how to survive every puzzle in the Squid Games and win yourself a pretty sum in the process. Starting us off with Red Light, Green Light. This is comparatively the easiest game to win, as all you need is a bit of stamina and agility. Your footwork is key here. Walk with your feet as close to the ground as possible so that you can stop easily whenever you want. Even though it may seem tempting, do not run. Focusing on speed will get you nowhere, since it just makes it harder to come to a stop. Slow and steady wins the race, remember? Conserve your energy and run only when you're just a few steps away from the finish line. Take a good look at the scary robot lady at the end of the room and listen closely to what she says. She repeats the same sentence before turning around, so synchronize your movements with her voice. This will allow you to know exactly when to stop. When you have to stop moving, find a comfortable pose to stand in with minimal movement and stress on your legs. Stay calm and don't panic, and repeat the process until you get to the safe zone. You won't get caught if you're behind somebody else, outside the view of the robot's cameras. In other words, use the people around you as human shields. If the doll can't see you, you won't be meeting your maker anytime soon. You also would want to keep your distance from the other players, or trip over another player like Ji-hoon. If Ollie had not been there to save him, the show would have ended quite early. Next we have the bonus round Battle Royale. The rules for this game are simple: don't die. Your safest bet is to either hide or find a strong group to band together with. If you don't find a team in time, crawl underneath one of the beds and don't make a noise. Just hope no one notices you. Another strategy is to find any person that you've gotten to know over the course of your stay and band together. There is safety in numbers after all, and you'll be needing as many people as you can if you want to survive. Both of these strategies will require you to survive until the morning if you want to continue to the next game. So keep your wits about yourself and try your best to make it out of this alive. Up next, Dalgona Cookies, Honeycomb Game. Even if you have entered the game with prior knowledge of what's to come, you won't really need it, since choosing the simple shapes usually means safer outcomes. Choose either the circle or triangle, as they are the easiest shapes to cut out, having a minimal amount of bends. Even if you end up picking a difficult shape, don't panic, as it will just lead to you not thinking straight or getting shaky hands. You'll need your wits about you if you want to get the cookie cut perfectly. Like Ji-hoon, you can also just simply lick the cookie until you can push it out of the outline and not break it in the process. This is the simplest solution to the game, but remember to be gentle, as you can still accidentally end up breaking the cookie. Now, how to beat Tug of War. Tug of War is essentially a test of strength. Grab the rope, press down hard with your legs, and move backward while maintaining your position to maximize your output. You can also increase the strength of your team by deciding where to place each player, with the strongest being at the very end to act as an anchor. Mix the strongest and weakest players along the rope to keep balance throughout the rope. You don't want the ones in the front back slacking while the rest put all in the effort. You also need a leader, according to Il-nam, who can dictate what to do. Your entire team needs to move as one body, so synchronicity is key. If even one player makes a mistake, the whole team will suffer the consequences. Work with your teammates to make sure the other team gets eliminated and you live to make it to the next round. Now we have the Marbles Game. The vague rules of this game essentially mean that it is a game involving deceiving and manipulating your partner into giving up their marbles while also making sure that you don't lose yours. Having a partner who is easily fooled, like a person with a kind heart, no, I'm still not over Ollie's death here, or an old man with dementia, can be a major advantage, as you won't have to work hard to trick them into literally losing their marbles and score an easy win. The easiest way to trick your partner is to suggest a fair game, then rely on underhanded tricks and sleight of hand to control the flow of the marbles right to your side. Another way to win this game could possibly be through a loophole. The rules never said that you couldn't trade marbles. Simply give your opponent your pouch in exchange for theirs, and voila! Both of you have taken all of your opponent's marbles while simultaneously having 10 marbles in your hand. A win-win scenario where no one has to die. Why not? Next, Stepping Stones, Glass Bridge. This is a game that involves a lot of trial and error. Not for the one making the error though, they're getting eliminated straight away, leaving the next player in line to continue the game. At each step of the game, a player will have to choose between two panes of glass, one tempered that can hold your weight and one untempered, which will smash and send you plummeting to your demise. Like that one math teacher said, you only have a 1 in 262,144 chance of getting each step correct. So unless you are a hardcore gambler who has never lost a single game in your life, stick to the end of the line. The numbered vests determine which position you play in, so choosing a bigger number will guarantee some level of safety, but don't pick too big a number, since standing at the end of the line means that you risk not crossing the bridge before the timer runs out. You can also try and exploit a loophole to get through safely. Walking on the beams is something that wasn't specified in the rules, so you can try using them to avoid the glass and get to the other side. Another trick could be to throw your shoes at the glass with full force to see if they get cracked, and then jump on the other glass, since that one is guaranteed to be tempered glass. And then we have the Squid Game. If you managed to survive till now, congrats, as you finally made it to the last game, the Squid Game. game. The rules are simple. Take over the territory of the defender, or prevent the attacker from taking over your territory. If you succeed in doing either, you'll win. You'll need a healthy mix of strategy and maneuverability to win here, as your opponent will be trying their very best to make sure they are the winner and not you. To put it simply, it's a death match between you and whoever is standing opposite to you. Remember to keep your cool and stay focused throughout the game. You don't want to be making any mistakes in the final game, considering the consequences of failing at this stage. Do not be afraid of playing dirty. They are the only thing standing between you and $40 million, or a bullet in your head if you lose. If all goes well, congratulations! You just won the equivalent of around $40 million at the expense of the lives of your newfound friends and other 400 players, because you don't want to end up back here again, do you? Next, don't be broke. Although this may sound like a joke, the only reason each player ended up in the Squid Games is because of the debt that they were burdened with. For example, Ji-hoon lost all his money gambling, Song-woo made some bad investments, and Ali was in need of money to get back home. If they weren't in need of money, they wouldn't have to resort to taking part in a death game, where the only options are to die or have a 1 in 400 chance of winning a huge sum of money. If you have no debt, you won't need to be a part of the game. So if you want some tips on how to make money, we have quite a few videos on this channel that can help you out. Make sure to check those out as well. That's a wrap for this video. How would you survive each of these games? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!